The Amazing Digital Circus, Lackadaisy, Hell of Boss. What do all these shows have in common? Furries. No, it's that they're all animated shows uploaded to YouTube for anyone to watch free of charge. I am confused. These are incredibly well produced shows with full casts, original soundtracks, and yet here they are on YouTube for free. I mean, not that I'm complaining, but it just makes me ask, money where how? Meaning, is this actually making them money? If so, how? And is this the new meta for indie shows? The Amazing Digital Circus is a singular pilot episode released by the Glitch Studio channel. It's racked up over 55 million views in the 2 weeks it's been out at the time of making this script. And hey, let me just say this, well deserved. The show is about this group of people who have been trapped in the Amazing Digital Circus, which I believe is some sort of video game world, but this as a horror/dark show concept is amazing. So much horror media tries to make things dark and grim, but you know what's more terrifying? Being trapped in a place where every shot looks like they cranked the saturation to max. It's so visually loud, I wouldn't be able to think. Nah, like legit, I'd be rocking a monochrome filter on my phone. If I get teleported to this place, I'm going insane day one. Anyways, comedy. Comedy in this show, like many other parts of the show, is loud.
Angel food cake? Ow! You parasite!
Now, don't get me wrong, I definitely did enjoy a bunch of the jokes.
They're the two most mentally stable and capable characters to be paired together.
An insect collection?
I think it's a nest.
Wait, Pomni's not even here? Wasn't this whole thing for her?
Be quiet. I can't hear the escalator.
But just like anything else, sometimes the comedy hits and sometimes it doesn't. They also take a cool approach to the sort of dark show but comedic genre by taking the aspects that point to something being amiss in the Amazing Digital Circus and sort of giving them a comedic timing.
These activities may include... We don't venture out into the void. Not even I know what's out there. We stay right here, where I can keep my hundreds of all-seeing eyes on you.
Well, I guess I shouldn't really call them aspects pointing to something being amiss in the Amazing Digital Circus, since it's pretty fucking blatant at the start with Pomni being teleported in, not being able to remember her name, and the rest of the characters saying that they've been there for an incredibly long time. Hey, if that ain't blatant, then I don't know what is. I also want to talk about the last scene of this pilot episode, as well as, and yes, you're about to hear me right, biblical references. So in the last scene of the events of this episode, Kane, the guy that runs the Amazing Digital Circus, can't believe I haven't said that till now, kind of out of nowhere says, yo, I got a banger ass Thanksgiving dinner whipping up in the back. Y'all want some? And the other characters, not being completely insane yet, say, yeah, bet. Now look at this shot. Y'all reminded of something? Now hear me out. I don't know if this is me stretching it and seeing a family of 6 eating dinner and going, yo, Bible reference, but it looks pretty similar to me. Plus with the kind of perversion of the main theme of the Digital Circus with that crazy ass riser makes a banger ass scene. I love Lackadaisy. Nah, like dead ass, the show is so good. It takes place during the Prohibition era, which is already moi, and just like the Amazing Digital Circus, it is a singular pilot episode uploaded to YouTube free of charge. But unlike the Digital Circus, Lackadaisy doesn't carry these sort of underlying horror tones. Instead, the majority of Lackadaisy's pilot episode is made up mostly of a chase scene. Yep, that's right. If Digital Circus is trying to get the audience hooked on a concept and a world by actually explaining it to us, then Lackadaisy is more of an example of the capabilities of those who made it. Don't get me wrong, it definitely showcases the world, but it does it less blatantly. The creators took that shit to heart when they heard their teachers say show don't tell, because I don't think there's actually any exposition in this pilot, or at least in the first half of the episode there's not. Instead, they create a lasting interest by having characters do things that create questions about the world for the viewers.
Turn here, make a left!
What turn?
Louis, left hook! Sinister, Bart!
There's no left here!
Use your imagination, Miss Pepper!
Rocky, I can't steer!
Did y'all catch that? This cat clearly knew something was up, so either this dude has some sort of reputation that the other characters don't recognize, or it was some sort of like animal instinct or some shit. Then there's this dude. What the fuck was that? Bro was literally about to pull some McCree shit, acting out here like it's high noon. But nah, seriously, the use of the change from the high-paced music to the sort of ticking noise mixed with the crazy-ass camera shots they be hitting is enough to let even the most tone-deaf viewer know something's up. Alright. Enough with these weeb-ass ramblings about how good these shows are. Let's talk more theory type shit about what these pilots are trying to accomplish. So, what do we know this far? We know that these shows incorporate parts and scenes that create mystery and intrigue about the world that they take place in. These pilots also kind of seem like a proof of concept, so to speak. The shows are produced by studios that aren't super well known, so for them to release some of their content for free on YouTube is honestly fucking genius. Get the viewers interested in what you make, and a good amount of them will look for the other things you've also made. Here, come with me for a second, look at Glitch Studios' YouTube channel. They were so not at this number before The Amazing Digital Circus. And look at their other shows. When I started this script, the first episode of Murder Drones was at like 18 mil. And the other episodes near the end of the series had like 8 to 9 mil. Now, let's look at the Kickstarter for Lackadaisy Season 1. Oop, yep, that says $2 million from crowdfunding when the goal was $125,000. Holy shit, that is psychotic. Especially when you take into account that Lackadaisy didn't even hit it big like the Digital Circus or Hell of a Boss or Hazbin Hotel did. Oh, Hazbin Hotel is definitely something I need to talk about. So, Hazbin Hotel is another YouTube pilot episode that blew up and got picked up by Amazon Prime for them to do a full season. Now, that makes me ask another question. Is that the goal of these pilots? Are they made to have indie studios get these massive corporations to recognize them and then hopefully get some of that good contract money? Now, do I know the answers to the questions I'm asking? Fuck no. I'm just here to steal your watch time and hopefully a little bit of your money. Please, rent in Toronto is really expensive. Anyways, another thing worthy of note is how viewers consume media on YouTube versus other streaming platforms like Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus. Holy fuck, there's a lot of these. So on YouTube, people are generally more willing to test out a video when compared to someone on Crunchyroll per se. And I think, and no, I don't have any sources, that this is because of the audience's expectations. On YT, anyone with an email account can make a channel and start the uploading grind. Whereas on something like Crunchyroll, the process is a bit more difficult than that. And while the standard of quality for YouTube videos is rising, it's still not anywhere near the likes of the average on these other streaming platforms. Also, hey, you watching this right now is my proof that people are willing to give stuff a chance on YouTube. I'm a channel with 933 subscribers, and yet here you are watching my video. That is so hype. Whereas on actual streaming platforms, people get a lot more cutthroat. Like, look at Studio Nobody over here trying to make it in the anime industry. Get the fuck out of here. It's Thursday. I got an episode of JGK to watch and fan edits to make. Bitch. Another thing to note is, I don't know if this is just for me, but when I watch a video on YouTube, it feels like it's just an individual behind the video rather than a whole team, which gives me a stronger, what do you call it? Parasocial relationship with the creator rather than the creation, which is the opposite of what I get when I watch anime. When I'm watching JJK or Susanoo Freiren, I get impressed by and develop a connection to the characters, the story, the world of the show, rather than developing a connection to Studio Mappa or those who created it. Whereas when I watch Lackadaisy or The Amazing Digital Circus, all I really have in the back of my head is, damn, I ain't never heard of these studios before, but they out here throwing hands. Again, I say this is all anecdotal, but on YouTube, I feel like there's a bigger recognition to the creators. I could not tell you for the life of me who the fuck made Susanoo Freiren, which is the opposite of Lackadaisy and The Amazing Digital Circus, which is fucking amazing for indie studios trying to get their name out there. So, with all the benefits I mentioned for uploading to YouTube for free, is this or is this not the new meta for indie studios to be recognized? I don't fucking know. I'm not a fortune teller. I ain't got no magic ball that lets me see the future. Fuck you think this is? Thanks for listening to me spew out of my ass for like 5 or 7 minutes. Damn, this is a long ass script. And special thanks to Grimmick and Theo for supporting me on Patreon. And you, please, I'm so desperate. I'm not above begging. It's the top link in the description. Please. All right, bye.